So how
Right.
long was your actual assignment with the president?
Well, I stayed there about 32 days.
32 days was
Yeah,
yours.
yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah.
So then
And
you come back to Chicago.
came back to Chicago and became a field agent again. You know what some of the agents would say? When they would have a riot down in Mississippi or in Arkansas somewhere, agents I'm talking about, they would say, that bastard need to be killed. I'm talking about agents made that statement. I heard an agent make that statement that the president should be killed. So when Inspector Kelly came to Chicago on the regular inspection duties, I explained to him and complained to him that the president's life is in jeopardy. He's going to be assassinated. But nobody would listen. And in November of 1963, the FBI called the Secret Service office and says that we have information that Cubans are set up in Chicago and there's going to be an assassination attempt on the life of the president. The call came in late October of 1963. The agents, first Mr. Martineau says, well, we don't have enough agents to go around. Now, the president was supposed to come here. During the investigation of these so-called Cubans, the Secret Service in the Chicago district messed up the investigation and we had to abort. And how did they mess it up? Because one of the agents called J. Lord Stock, we had the Cubans under observation. J. Lord Stock drives down the alley as one of the Cubans are loading some guns in the trunk of the car. And he's got his radio wide open. And when he passes the car, Mr. Martineau is on the microphone. I'm listening. Where are they now? The guys took off. Now, this is the case that the Secret Service denies ever happened. They denied it happened. But Mary Farrell, doing research after the president was assassinated, found out that there was a man named Sierra. He came from Michigan to Chicago, and this was in 1963, and he was a gun runner. So it all matched up. Now, the reason that it had to be aborted was because the Secret Service filed up. I knew that something strange was about to happen. What they wanted to do, he called me in the office of the Treasury Department and said, we want you to go undercover. We're going to change your name, going to give you a new name. We're going to pull all your birth certificate out of East St. Louis, Illinois, and there would be no more Abraham Bolden. I had to look at myself. I thought about myself in imagination. Do I look that crazy? That I've been complaining, and I'm going to I hear the threats on the president, and I'm going to let somebody change my name, remove my birth certificate from Spring, and I can't prove who I am? No, man, they must have seen me coming. I rejected the assignment. Now, in the meantime, we had an investigation going on in Chicago involving Echeverria. Echeverria said without any qualification, President Kennedy is about to be assassinated. Echeverria was a member of the DRE, and we had been investigating the DRE. Echeverria was also a gun runner. And this was late October. We had an informant right next to Echeverria.
Didn't he get caught with like 1,000 rounds or something like that he had in the car?
That was Valley.
That's Valley, yes.
Arthur Valley.
Yeah.
Got caught with 1,000 rounds. Now, we could not absolutely associate Valley with the Cubans. We don't know if he was just a lone nut trying to carry out some plot himself.
So you you weren't able to connect the two together, whether there was an affiliation?
No, they never connected the two of them together. But here we have an organization, and Echeverria, Homer Echeverria, is a member of the organization. He says that the president's about to be assassinated. On November the 22nd, I'm standing at 31st and Indiana inside a tavern, and over the little black and white TV, it said, President Kennedy has just been assassinated. He's been shot. So I hurries back to the office, mad as hell, because I saw it coming. and nobody took any precaution.